I got some orchids from TropicalExotique at the Wisconsin Orchid Society Show. I had originally only meant to pick up my pre-order, but then I saw their amazing jewel orchids, and I was weak and got a few more. Here are the two jewel orchids that I got from TropicalExotique at the Wisconsin Orchid Society Show in Milwaukee. I got this, I've had this one before, but and I had bought it from High Desert Orchids, but it had died. So it's a Nectocylus koshuensis by Siamensis. I really like the pattern on it. And then I also got a upside down. A Makoti Sanderiana. So I had bought a flask of this from Louisiana Orchid Connection, and they were doing great. I had grown them up, they were getting bigger, and then they'd been live for a year. I'd taken them out of flask, and they were living like in a dome, and I took the dome off, and then they all they got like when you do it with seedlings, it was like they all got damp off and they died. So the dome had been off of them for a while, and then I put it back on because I felt like they were getting dry, but then when I took it off the second time, they just all died. So rather than getting another flask, I decided I would try Sanderiana one more time. This Dendrobium was my pre-order from TropicalExotique. It is Dendrobium devonianum, and I had looked it up beforehand. I had done the pre-order, and I have to say that given that it's supposed to be a medium to large Dendrobium, I was kind of shocked at how small it was. I was expecting something a little bit larger than this, like with bigger, like larger, not in size of the plant, but like in the thickness of the canes. I had thought the canes would be much thicker on it. But I guess that's what happens when you buy a plant after researching it on the internet. I also picked up this Dendrobium crepidum, and this to see how thick the canes are on those crepidum. This is what I was expecting that the devonianum canes would be like. So this is crepidum. I picked this one because it had lots and lots of roots on it, so I felt like a good chance that it was sort of established, wouldn't kill it. Though it does mean that it'll be hard to get it off this plastic plaque. And finally, for $30, I got this Dendrobium leonis from them, which I thought had a lot of growths on it. And leonis usually does pretty well for me for like a couple years, and then I will not water enough for a couple months, and they will shrivel up and die. So I'm going to try to do better about the watering on this. I know that when I remember to water it, it does really well, but you know, when I forget or I go on vacation, is usually when they suffer and die. But this one has some moss right here. It's not in bark. And so I'm hoping that will help those roots stay moist.